Jimmy, what storyline
My
are you looking at?
storyline is kind of looking and projecting a little bit. I think what's interesting is that if Argentina go on to win their group, which they should, they got Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Should be able to cruise through that, all things considered. And then you have Portugal, who have Uzbekistan, Congo, and Colombia. And they should win that group. Well, Colombia could give them a bit of an issue, but they should take care of the other two, so that'll be a good game between those two. But if they win their group and Argentina win their group, and they both win in the round of 32, we're going to have Leo Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo in the round of 16.
It'll be good.
And that will be next level, because this will most likely be their
Should
last ever
Ronaldo
World
start
Cup.
for Portugal, though? Because domestically, they're like 50-50. It's 50-50 about whether they want Ronaldo to start. I think...
Let me have my moment.
Okay,
Let me just have my moment. I'm projecting
I know you.
this.
Did you ever tackle Ronaldo?
I did not.
That's
But
why
I did tackle
he's
Messi.
hating on- That's why you might be negative on it.
If he did, there'd be a sticker.
That's
Exactly,
true.
come on.
I tackled Messi and Ronaldo.
Can you give us a sue?
No.
Okay. Tried.
I mean, that would be amazing if we get that.
I just did it. I just did it for you right now.
And we just lost a bunch of viewers.
Listen, I do feel like that would be pretty special, though. So I hope the soccer gods meet us there and allow that to happen.
And
whether he starts,
and that they both start. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to start or
Do you
not.
think
But
do you think he should start Ronaldo for Portugal?
I think that you have
Team
two
regardless.
games in your group with Congo and Uzbekistan where you could give that a run without the fear of it really costing you. Against Colombia, where you're going to need him to help out defensively, maybe you approach that a little bit differently. But you got 2 games within the tournament to see, okay, how does he move within the rest of the group? And will that be the best fit for us moving forward?
Who do you have as more favorites, Portugal or Argentina?
Argentina are the defending champs. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to go against them because that experience is important.
Yeah.
But, man, when I think about what's the cliche, that midfield's
Do you
win
agree?
games.
Do you agree with this? They're saying that Spain, because of the heat, the possession-based teams are going to have an easier time because they're going to control the tempo. This is kind of one of the narratives I've seen popping up. I still think France should be the not overwhelming favorites, but I had them ahead of Spain. I'm surprised to see that Spain are right now considered the #1 team to win.
I'm not too much. I mean, it's pretty close, though, too, in terms of the betting. It's almost even there. I would say that with Portugal, you have that midfield of Vitinha, João Neves, and Bruno Fernandes.
Best midfield in the World Cup.
I mean,
I mean, the season Fernandez has had has just been
it's just
incredible.
They're ridiculous, and they're going to control a lot of the tempo of the game. And I do agree, though, when it does get hot, and if you're not chasing the ball and you have it, yeah, you're going to have a lot more energy than the other squad.
Yeah.
It's amazing that Brazil are going into a major tournament without a Brazilian manager. And they're going with one of the great managers of all time in Carlo Ancelotti, maybe the greatest man manager of superstars in the 21st century. This guy's been managing the best players in the world. He knows how to get a cohesive locker room. But Brazilian fans who want jogo bonito, who want to see that flair, that magic, the samba, the playing on the Copacabana beach, it's all technique. We don't quite have that squad, and it hasn't been there for the past iterations. This Brazilian team is a lot better, though, in the backbone. When you think of Gabriel Magalhães from Arsenal, maybe the best center back in the Premier League, Marquinhos, Bremer as the reserve, the spine of this team is very solid. Now, the attack is interesting. I like that Ancelotti called up Neymar. Neymar even picked up an injury. Even pre-injury, I don't think he was going to start. But he was more of like this symbolic call-up. The Brazilian fans love and cheer Neymar because he's the one player on this team that reminds them of the kind of football that the world grew up loving, right? The reason why we all love Brazil as kids, the Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, players that can provide this unexpected magic out of nothing. They don't have as many players like that anymore. They still have Vini Jr., Rafinha. Looks like Matteo Cunha is probably going to start. That's the trident. But Neymar, I think, was a very good tactical call-up for Ancelotti, just to get the Brazilians more on his side. It's not going to be a jogo bonito style Brazil, but I think it's going to be an effective Brazil. Still maybe on the 5th or 6th best team in the tournament.
One of my favorite games of the first round of the group stage is Brazil versus Morocco. I think that's going to be unbelievable.
So
Brilliant.
So what are your expectations then for them throughout the tournament? I have them kind of quarterfinals.
Quarterfinal, semifinal for me. I don't think they're going to win it. I think there's better teams. I think you could probably name 4 better teams easily out of them. You could even make the conversation, are they better than Portugal? I'm not sure.
But on the day,
No.
But
What
there's
I'm
a
saying is
pragmatism to
that was never a
Ancelotti.
case. That was never a
Right,
talking
right.
point. The other team that speaks Portuguese, Portugal, much smaller nation, probably has the better team at the World Cup. And I think this is the first time you can say that, which is quite shocking when you look back at history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So semi-final at best, I'd say.
I'd say at best as well.
At best, that's still pretty.
It's still good.
So far.
The reason why I'm not going to say doubt, but Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, if the tournament hadn't been expanded, Brazil would have missed out from this World Cup. I think, because of how their qualifying was and all of that. Yeah, so you hope that it just gives them a little bit more motivation.
I think it was automatic qualification. They probably would have fell into the playoff.
Yeah.
We could argue they would have gotten through the playoff. But I hear what you're saying, that they didn't kill it during qualification.
Obviously, I'm looking at Scotland. Don't need to state the obvious, but I think, 3 days to the World Cup, that is an intense statement there and there. And Scotland, for me, they pulled out against behind closed doors, meant to play Norway, another friendly. And for me, it's about staying fit and healthy. Billy Gilmore, obviously a huge miss due to a knee injury. And I think Steve Clarke has been just heightening the importance of being fresh and fit. And these guys aren't used to a huge ton of tournament football. They've obviously qualified for the Euros, another World Cup. But this is a huge moment. And to see players like Billy Gilmore miss these kind of opportunities and then to have to step away from another friendly, for me, it's about hitting the ground running. They've had a brilliant result, 4-0 against Bolivia. That was a huge confidence boost for the team, getting multiple goals going into the opening game. So for this team, they've got so much talent. I cannot wait to watch them. It's about, can they hit the ground running? And I totally believe they can. But I think that was important to pull out of that game just to make sure everyone's fit, fresh, ready to roll.
I mean, for Scotland, this is generational for them, right? They haven't qualified since 1998. And you relying, Steve Clarke is relying on, you were 7?
7 years old.
Yeah, so this is a big deal then for you.
Yeah.
And for these players as well. And you got John McGinn and Andy Robertson. This is going to be most likely their last World Cup or only World Cup.
Potentially.
So there's a little bit of desire and urgency, I think, to go out and get a result. They play Haiti first. You have to absolutely beat Haiti. Because if you can get those 3 points and then just minimize or potentially get a draw against Brazil or Morocco, you could find yourself in the knockout rounds. So I'm very curious because I know the Scottish supporters are going to be out.
So they weren't the most electrifying side to watch in the World Cup qualifiers, but that last World Cup qualifier where McTominay scores the overhead
bicycle kick?
That was one of the great games I've seen. I mean, to play like that at home, to score the goal from, what was it, the halfway point as well, the final goal that sent them through.
It was the 2 best goals, I think, to
in
ever
Scottish history. 100%. That was one of the greatest moments. I still watch that highlight. It still pops up on my algorithm. The algorithm is like, yes, we know Matteo's going to waste 12 minutes on this once again. That was one of the great moments, an amazing send-off. And if you haven't been to the World Cup since the 90s, I feel like you're going to this tournament where very little expectations, but all of a sudden you've got guys that were MVPs in top 5 European leagues in Scott McTominay. You have guys that are playing Premier League football, Serie A. This is quite a high level. They're going to get out of the group, and they have some of the best, as Jen knows, fan base in the world.
The Bank of Scotland put Scott McTominay on some special banknotes of him doing the bicycle kick.
That's incredible.
So cool. So it feels like it's already been such an incredible moment leading up to the World Cup.
Yeah.
What are your expectations for them? They do have the tough group that we said of Haiti, Morocco, and Brazil. Jimmy, stop making her more nervous.
I fully believe if we can get a result against Haiti and get points on the board there, Brazil, look, come on. It's going to be an iconic fixture.
Yeah. But they're not the Brazil of always, so it feels like they do have a better chance against this Brazil side this year, maybe?
Yes. But Scotland will have the best possible chance if they win the first game, full stop. I think they have to start very, very well. Morocco are a top team. There's no disrespect to, they are a quality side, but Haiti for me is the game that Scotland have to be looking at to get a win, to not be chasing it in the group games. Definitely been there as a player, and that's not right. They do. Andy Robertson, McTominay, McGinn, top players. They need to lead this side and get out the group. But that, for me, will be a win in itself for Scottish fans. Will be incredible at a World Cup, considering the amount of time we've waited for these kind of moments. But I fully believe that the quality they've got, they can get out the group 100%.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.